As the summer has been coming to a close, two pretty big stories have dropped about RFK Jr. and his campaign. The first story is that Kennedy himself was caught by someone in his campaign asking Trump in a phone call about potential administration positions and discussing the possibility of dropping out and the overall standing of the independent candidate's campaign. This was followed by lots of speculation about how serious of a candidate Kennedy had been. News has been out for a while that a lot of typically conservative donors have funded his campaign, and the media filled up with theories that Kennedy was in some form, knowingly or not, a plant, so to speak. And this obviously with the goal to take votes away from the left. However, polling continuously suggested that he actually takes voters from both sides of the aisle, and some studies even put forward that he gained support more from the right than he did the left anyway, making him a pretty bad plant if that was the idea. The second big story coming from the campaign just a few weeks ago was that apparently, after not getting anywhere with the Trump campaign, Kennedy had a phone call with the Harris campaign, again asking for potential administration spots. We do not know how far he got with that call, but according to the Harris campaign, it was a pretty immediate no. Last night, however, we were graced with even more bad news for Kennedy's campaign. Kennedy's running mate Shanahan made some comments in an interview this week suggesting that the campaign was essentially on its last leg. Shanahan mentioned that they had begun to weigh several options, the two main ones being to either endorse former President Trump or risk a Harris victory. Now, technically, she did not say that the two would be dropping out of the race. They were just looking into the possible outcomes in November. But the media took to this story immediately, talking about the biggest third-party candidate dropping out imminently. And earlier today, even more news joined all of these previous stories. Because this afternoon, Kennedy's campaign announced that they would host a press conference on Friday to discuss the campaign's path forward. Other sources have already come out suggesting that Kennedy already plans to drop out and endorse Trump, and JD Vance himself has stated that there has been a lot of back and forth communication between the representatives of both campaigns. Kennedy is going to hold his press conference in Phoenix, Arizona, while Trump himself will be in town for his own campaign event the very same evening. For the past couple of weeks, Kennedy has slowed down his campaign quite a lot, and he even supposedly had a meeting with Donald Trump during the Republican convention last month. So it does look like his campaign is slowly coming to an end and that he will be endorsing Donald Trump. But how do you think this dropout might affect both major candidates still in the race? Let us know your thoughts down in the comments below. And as always, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to help keep the channel growing, as it really does help a lot.